macaroons. Now these are also another super, super easy treat, and it's just 4 simple ingredients. We've got, of course, you gotta have your coconut, actually shredded coconut. Go for the unsweetened kind and look for a pure one, because the pure ones don't have sulfites added to them. And the reason they all add sulfites to them is so that they don't become rancid. But if they're done correctly, they won't be rancid if they're dehydrated, okay? The other thing is the cacao powder, which Liz has already touched base with. I've also got some coconut oil, and it's so easy to melt. I just use hot water out of the tap, put it in a cup, and then it just liquefies it. For those of you that had seen the coconut oil already, where it is down there, it's actually solid at room temperature. Okay, so it's hard to, when you're doing treats, to do it with this. So melting it will help bind it, so that when you freeze it or put it in the fridge, it binds the ingredients together. And the other one is it's very new, and a lot of people don't know about this, is coconut palm syrup, to go with the coconut theme of the macaroons. This is by far, it's not as sweet. I find for some people they find agave quite sweet. And if you want later, after we've done the demos, try the 2 sweeteners on their own. I don't have a huge sweet tooth. And I fell in love with the coconut palm syrup because it adds that sweetness so that it takes the bitterness out of stuff, but it's not super like that sickly sweet like some sweeteners are. But the cool thing about the 2 sweeteners that we're showing today is they're low glycemic. That means that they don't spike the blood sugar levels. So they're completely safe for people that are diabetic, okay? They're a great sweetener alternative. This particular sweetener, the coconut palm syrup, is actually the nectar of the palm flower. So no trees are harmed in the process of getting this, okay? So it's an ethical sweetener as well. So basically, all I'm gonna do is, I've used my 1 cup, so I'm doing a batch for it because my husband was upset that I'm sharing these with you today, so I gotta take some home to him tonight. So I'm gonna actually do 2 cups of the, and they last in your freezer for quite a long time. And they probably won't last once you fall in love with them, much more than a week if you make a double batch. So I'm actually gonna do 2 cups of shredded coconut. We're gonna do a cup, and this is in the little handout that you guys received today, this recipe. We're gonna do a cup of the cacao, make it super chocolatey. It's so, actually, you know, I got it delivered, for those of you that follow me on Facebook, you probably saw the one picture of my husband making them. Yeah. This, I'm going to take the palm sweetener, I'm going to do a cup of that because it helps bind it. There's no liquids in here, okay? But this is why I like the palm syrup for this one, because it's not as sweet. I wouldn't do this much with the agave, okay? Now I'm going to take I'm just using half a cup of coconut oil to help mix it and bind it. And basically I'm just going to stir it. And that's it. You actually at home, I don't really stir it. I actually get my hands in there. But for food safe reasons, I'm not doing that today. Okay? So I just get in there, stir it up. So getting your hands in there really binds it together. You got to use a little bit more elbow grease when you're using a spoon because it's all dry. Has Alice made it out here with the macaroons? Yeah. Everybody's tried it? I totally missed that. Very good. Oh, that's got me. Yeah. So just stir it up. You can see, actually, it was Dawn. We were making a batch yesterday, Alice and I. And Dawn, who works here, one of our staff here at the Vitamin House, he said this would actually make a good icing topping too, if you wanted to, on top of a cake. Now the simple thing, I would have a cookie sheet, so I'm going to actually steal Liz's. Liz is
I'm stealing your things today, so you can go ahead and steal them.
Tomorrow. I put them on a parchment paper, so they're just easy to come off. lifesaver for raw foodies. Okay, if you're gonna do desserts like this, these are a lifesaver, great for measuring. You can get them at any kitchen store, and basically you just go like that. That's it.
Nice.
And then you put it in the freezer. 15 minutes, same with the 10-15 minutes, you leave them in longer, and that's all you do. It's so simple. And they're guiltless treats. Just kind of give you guys an idea about coconut. A lot of people kind of are scared off about coconut because coconut is got high in saturated fat. That's all a fallacy. Coconut oil is just like butter. It does not, it liquefies at body temperature. Our body temperature is 96 degrees, right? It is completely liquid by then. It will not clog the arteries. I take about, and the other people are concerned about whether they're going to gain weight on it. Total opposite. It's actually one of the best ways to metabolize, get your metabolism going. I usually eat about half a cup a day of coconut oil.
Coconut oil is the best.
You cook with it, it doesn't turn into carcinogen. If you're cooking with it, if you're not, it's great for it's just great.
Yeah.
It's fabulous. So please, if you're looking at adding something in to boost your metabolism, add coconut into your diet because it's fabulous. Okay. Oh, also the palm syrup, just to let you know, it's got all the minerals your body needs. So a sweetener that's good for you. Go figure. Okay.
Yeah, that's not chemically made.
Exactly.
Whoa.
So that's our demo today, guys. I hope you
Thank
guys
you.
enjoyed it. They're awesome.
I'm gonna try and find the other one.
Somebody was asking about how
do.
the chocolate is actually starting to set already just from sitting out here. That's how fast it starts to set. It's already going solid. So that's how fast it sets.
We've
Oh.
also got
No waiting.
Yeah, I know, this is awesome.
Or you could just drink it.
That is actually, what's it, Alice did that, didn't you? I had some leftover chocolate and she drank it out of the measuring cup.
Oh.
I usually have a ripe banana on hand when I make chocolates,
yeah,
like a
dip it
dip
in.
it. Yes. Chocolate and banana is just amazing.
We also have, if I can get Alice, can you go grab me some spoons, spoons, and we'll demo this sweetener. See if you guys want to try them straight up and see what they taste like. Please come over. Liz has been kind to, we're not doing this. It takes a little bit more prep work to demo, but I'll let Liz explain and then come and grab one of these treats as well. This
More
is super
chocolate.
food, by the way, high energy food.
This, the base on here is made primarily of sesame, and it's just like sort of like shortbread. It has a powder in it called lucuma powder, which is also a natural low glycemic sweetener. It makes things taste like shortbread. So that's the base, and I covered that with raisins, and then on top just did a simple chocolate recipe. And the recipe is available inside the store. So I just whipped up some of those because it's one of my favorite things and I love to share. You're welcome. So come on up if you want to give it a try.
You can go have
Come
one.
try some of the
This young
sweeteners
lady-
here too.
Yeah.
There's a spoon. You can just pour it on the spoon, take it out of there.
Thanks so much, Vida.
Thanks
Bye.
for filming it.
No problem.